All right, guys. Hey, Matthew here. Just got out of the shower. I have a huge day in store. It's bright and early. Going to be doing a lot of sessions today, which I'm excited about, as always, my favorite part of the day. But today is also going to be exciting for a couple other reasons. I'm going to try and get a hold of a seller that I connected with while in a mountain town here in Denver. And I'm going to try and make an offer here on this property. Now, I'm not making a direct offer today. We are trying to private party this. Now, this is something I've not done before. I typically work with real estate agents, real estate professionals. I do think it's worthwhile. However, this situation is different because we were told about this property from a friend of a friend, and there was some indirect connections that happened. I know they've been working with an agent for a while, and I also happen to know that this property's been on the market for a long time. Been on the market for, man, over an entire year. Oftentimes that would be considered not a great thing, but I think it's an opportunity, and I think it's an opportunity for a number of reasons, and we're gonna start to show you more and more of that as we go. But I wanted to kind of take you guys along for the ride when I make this phone call. And I am nervous about this because I see the opportunity. It's hard not to get emotional when you're dealing with money, when you're dealing with something that could have a huge impact on your life. And the reason that this particular investment would have a huge impact on our lives is because it's also a terrific short-term rental that we can use in our favorite place in the entire state. This is what I've been looking for, is this property. Literally, the universe delivered, okay? And I have to say, if you are not wholehearted believers in the universe being able to produce for you everything you ask for in life, you need to change your mindset. So let's go ahead and give Gary and Rose a call and just see where they stand right now with moving things forward. I don't consider myself to be a great negotiator, so this should be interesting.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes,
Hi, it's Matthew from Matthew and Kellyanne. Hi, how are you?
I'm well, and you?
Good. I just wanted to connect with you again. Definitely appreciated you spending so much time with us. Thank you again for that. We really loved your place.
You're welcome.
So, how did you guys feel after the meeting?
Well, we had a good feeling.
Good. We did too. I would love to try and figure out a way to make this work. And we would need a few things for that to happen. And I know you guys have your needs too. And so I just want to see if there's a possibility of, meeting where we both need to be and making it work for everybody. And everybody, ends up happy and probably lifelong friends, I would guess. So yeah, I don't know where that really leaves us and what our next steps need to be. I have never done any type of private party real estate transactions in the past, so this is all new for me. But I do believe that if we were able to figure out a private party possibility, that there would be a lot more breathing room for you guys to get what you're wanting and for us to be able to get what we're wanting. And I just want to be, super transparent with you throughout this and kind of just shoot straight. And, I just prefer to do things that way anyway. So, for us, I think the real contingency factor is not so much on trying to beat you guys up on price. I would rather try and figure out a way to avoid a lot of the typical real estate costs that are involved so that we can come in and negotiate on some of the furnishings and decor that is in the property that you guys would be willing to part with. Same thing goes with that. I'm not interested in, trying to beat you guys up on anything that's highly sentimental to you. If it means a lot, then I want you to have it. But if it's really nothing more than just sort of belongings and it's replaceable for you, then we would be, more interested in trying to maintain a livability of the property immediately, where we could just kind of come in and it would be ready to go. And I would also add to that, one of the things that I would like to try and figure out a way to work into the deal is anything that you guys know has been an important kind of piece of equipment or resources on the property for the property. Things like, being able to mow. So I don't know whether or not we can negotiate something with that tractor. being able to get the snow and being able to level out, you know, the road with the any type of the attachments that might be there. That kind of stuff would be helpful because we just don't have it, and frankly I just don't have the time to try and learn about it and shop. And I mean, I know you guys have already done a lot of the legwork on all of that, and you obviously selected stuff that was specifically useful for that property. So that's kind of where we stand with it. I don't know if that still resonates with you, if you think that that's, you know, a starting point, or if that you feel is just a total deal killer. But that's really our primary hope here, is that we can get this thing basically as turnkey as possible in terms of furnishings and decor. I mean, to be honest with you, we just loved it. We loved everything you did with it. We loved the way you decorated. I mean, your skills as an interior decorator definitely came through, and we kind of just want it as it is as much as possible. So how does that sit with you?
Well, there are certain things, obviously, that I'm not willing to give up. Well, we can go through that.
Right, yeah, it would be really just kind of like maybe a walkthrough where it's like a full audit, right? We just kind of walk through and say, here's the list of stuff that, you know, everybody agrees you guys are taking with you, and everything else stays, basically. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
One thing I would like to mention is, do you have a realtor that you work with? I
do have a real estate agent that I work with. However, you know, we're really not heading that direction if it's avoidable. So.
Okay. Well, when I went and spoke with our realtor yesterday, she said that if you don't want to involve somebody else, she would be willing to work both sides of the contract, and you would have first right of refusal on anything, you know, that you didn't find in line with where you want to go. And that way it would be a quicker turnover rather than, you know, trying to get another realtor to come here from Denver. That would be an expense on you, and I know we don't have to go down that road, is what I'm saying.
Well, I think most real estate expenses roll onto the seller's side. It just comes off of whatever proceeds you're getting from the sale. So usually if there's an avoidability of agents, it's based on, there typically being more flexibility on pricing and negotiation, because there's a 6% liability to sellers doing it that way. So it gets real expensive real fast. I know that. I think in this case ends up adding up to, 40,000 plus, or somewhere in that neighborhood, 40,000-ish. So yeah, so if I would have to say, if we're involving her, I wouldn't be as comfortable working with her on both sides of the deal, because that's a conflict of interest from her. I mean, she can't represent both of us equally and try and make sure that everybody is getting the best that they can. So in that case, if we're bringing in agents, I'd be happy to bring my agent in. He's actually an expert in rural-ish areas. I don't know that I consider yours rural, but I know that he's more of an expert in the rural side of real estate than anything. And so, yeah, so probably the best thing to do if we're wanting to work it that way is have those two connect and sort of go from there. And then we are, we're more flexible on trying to figure out the financing side of things. So whatever works best for you. As far as timeline goes, as I had mentioned, we're pretty much set until January. So we have time, but we can try and meet whatever your needs are too. So do you want me to try and just have our agent connect with, what's your agent's name, by the way? I didn't catch that, I'm sorry. Okay, awesome. Well, I appreciate it so much, and I'm hoping we can kind of keep the wheels in motion here and see if we can make something happen.
Yeah, that would be great. We'd love to see you guys get this house.
Me too.
Because I know you like it, and that makes us feel good.
Yeah, well, I know you guys would want it to go to a good home, since they you put so much heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time again this morning, and you'll be hearing from our side.
Okay.
Thank you so much, friend.
Thank you, Matthew.
You too.
Say hello to Kellyanne.
I will. Say hi to.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Well, my initial hope was that we were going to be able to avoid real estate agents if possible. Now, I generally recommend working with people, obviously. I mean, I think real estate agents bring such a tremendous value to the table. So it was a tough decision to try and push that route. Maybe this is just, again, the universe stepping in and really trying to look out for us. Who knows? I want to get on the phone with my agent, and we will take it from there. Let's go ahead and just bring him in on the call now if possible. He's not expecting me, so we'll see if he's available. He's a really busy guy. Also a very active, successful investor.
Hi, this is... Sorry I missed your call. Please leave.
We'll have to catch him on the next one.
Telling me exactly how I can help you, and I'll get back to you.
I'll send him a text. So I'm gonna bring you guys along for the ride. We'll see how this property all unfolds. I am gonna keep you posted on, details of the property once we're on a contract, but it's exciting. It's very, very cool stuff. And I can't wait to kind of share it with you and obviously bring you along for the ups and the downs, because I'm sure there will be plenty of both. All right, guys, signing off. See you soon.